Good morning, students. Able to hear my voice, ma? Thank you, Jagan.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Abhiram.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I know definitely the IPL effect has been started on my class. Very few participants till now. Yeah, Abhiram, definitely. I too know it's a long time that we have met over. On Thursday that we have met over. From Saturday onwards, IPL started meeting each and everyone. But still, I hope number of participants to join my class. Yeah, our Anurag is also on his way. Okay, let us start the class. So today I am supposed to start regarding to the environment factors that are supposed to affect the global marketing decisions. So already in your marketing that you have learned regarding to the environmental factors, and once again the same thing that it is supposed to come over, but it is supposed to come in large manner. Before entering into the class, I want to show some videos regarding to the global marketing. After that, I will go into deep.
Welcome to this tooling video. In this video, we are going to discuss the SWOT and PESTLE analyses. These can be applied to problems as part of your project. Both analyses can be used to understand the organization, including both its internal and external environment. It is very important that you, as a manager of an organization, can understand and anticipate the things that are coming towards you. This is an elemental part of understanding your position on the market. Here you see a pyramid. The pyramid stands for either an organization or a product. There are internal forces influencing the organization. These are described as the strengths and the weaknesses of the organization or product. The organization is also influenced by the forces from its external environment. These forces pose opportunities and threats for the organization or for the product. Let's first discuss the strengths and weaknesses. Every organization or product has its own strengths, and every organization or product has its own weaknesses. For instance, the bakery around the corner has been there for over 40 years and has a very good client base, so there's lots of personal engagement. That is definitely a strength. But, on the other hand, the employees that are working there are not skilled enough as they did not get enough training. This is a weakness. The organization does not stand alone, but is actually influenced by its external environment. This external environment poses opportunities and threats for the organization or product. In this way, we identify 6 elements for you to take into account. The first of these is politics. Political changes, in government for instance, can influence the way you put your product onto the market. Secondly is economics. The economy can change over the years and can therefore boost your organization or product, or can put restraints on it. Thirdly are social dynamics. There might be things happening in the social system which make your product or organization more wanted or less so. Fourth is technology. Technology might change, which may cause your product to become obsolete. Technology can also influence the way that you can use or develop your product. Then we have environmental issues. Through the environment, your product and your organization might be influenced. Strong rainfall or extreme heat could kill a harvest, thereby causing an increase in the cost for your product. And finally, we have legal elements. So, for instance, new legal conditions coming from the European Union may influence your organization or product. All these elements are contingent. You can't directly influence them. So as an organization, you can only anticipate the things that can happen. You could, for instance, perform scenario planning to understand what might be coming towards you. Within your organization, you can, however, identify your strategy, your management, and the ways you work with your colleagues or employees. These internal elements are the things you can influence and could change. You could, for example, change from a cost leadership strategy to a customer-focused strategy. While the internal forces can be influenced, the external ones cannot. But by taking these external forces into account, the organization can anticipate on seizing opportunities and bypassing threats in the marketplace. Thank you for watching this tooling video, and we hope to see
How was the video, Ma? Oh, thank you very much, Ma. Just I had tried a literal meaning regarding to the internal and external environment. At the same time, I tried to show you the SWOT analysis. So I think I am also a great entertainer like IPL. I am also trying to have very much fun in our class. Right, Ma. So first of all, let us try to understand the literal meaning regarding to the environment. So environment is nothing but the force which is acting upon the decision regarding to the global marketing activity. So once again, I'm trying to repeat environment, global marketing environment. Environment or environment is nothing but the force which is acting upon the global marketing decision activities. So it has been broadly classified into internal environment as well as external environment. So in the beginning of the class itself, I have said that definitely the IPL, it is supposed to, that we are, all of us are very eager in order to see the IPL. So yesterday and previous day also we had very superb matches. And of course the Chennai, it has also started its grand victory, and yesterday also we have seen a super over match. So literally taking that particular example itself, I want to start today our class. So whenever we ourselves, we want to see the IPL, definitely we will be also having some obstacles in order to see that one. The first and foremost thing is timing. Of course, for you it is not at all, but for us, definitely the time is also very crucial part. So we know that it is supposed to start by 7:30, and of course, it is supposed to continue on up to the end of 11 or 12. I don't know, because I'm supposed to sleep by 9:30 itself. So the time is really a very crucial factor for me. At the same time, that I am unable to control the time, I am unable to ask BCCI to change the time particularly at 11 a.m. this particular time, because I too want to skip the class, but it is not possible. Is that true? Right. Thank you. Okay. So time, it is not in my hand. At the same time, I can't ask BCCI not to held that particular IPL in Dubai. I need that one particularly to held in Karnool so that I can watch lively. So it is also not in my hand, right? At the same thing, I can't control the weather climatic conditions, because whenever, particularly if the IPL is supposed to happen in India at present, we know that the players are supposed to play in swimming pools rather than in open grounds. So I am unable to control the environment also. And another thing, I am unable to control the data which I am supposed to view through mobile, right? So if I want to control the data, or I have to have huge packages. And another thing where I can control is my sleep. If I want to not to come to today's class, then definitely I am supposed to wake up to 12, and I am supposed to see over. And second thing, my entertainment, whoever friends that I want to need in order to encourage the IPL match, I can invite them to my house and all these things. So there are some internal factors, some external factors. The internal factors are those factors where I can control the things. Internal environment is nothing but the things which are supposed to be controlled by the company is supposed to called as internal environment. And external environment, so external environment is nothing but which is out of the company, which is out of the company. So here I have shown three shells. So the interior shell, it is supposed to recognize as internal shell, and the two outer shells are supposed to call as external environment. And once again, the external environment has been classified into micro as well as macro environmental factors. So first of all, let us try to understand the internal environment, and next we will go to external environment. So internal environment, once again I'm trying to give the definition. The forces which are acting inside the company, and those factors will be able to control by the management, are supposed to call as internal environment. Very good examples I have given as men, money, materials, and machine. So whenever the employees that they are supposed to be having any problem, just now we have seen a video regarding to SWOT analysis. There the weakness that they have said that the employees are not having up to date skills. So if I am supposed to train them, then definitely I am capable to meet the required skills for them, updated skills for them. So I can able to control my employees. At the same time, not regarding to particular enhancement of their skills. At the same time, if the employees that they are supposed to make strike regarding to the increments or salaries, ambience, whatever the things, all these things are in my hand itself. So I can able to control the men inside the organization. At the same time, the flow of money. So the commerce students, they are able to understand regarding to cash flow statements as well as fund flow statements. So whatever the uh, uh, working capital that I am supposed to be happen, either fixed capital or working capital, all these things are in my hand. So if I am supposed to utilize that in a very good manner, then definitely once again I can expand its my branches. Simple thing, whenever the profits are supposed to arise over, I can distribute the profits in three manner. In what manner? 50-50 ratio, 70-30 ratio, 30-70 ratio. It is nothing but 50% I am supposed to keep apart for future purpose, and 50% I am supposed to spend it for the sake of whoever that they have invested in my company. So I am supposed to give them interest. uh, at the same time, 70-30 ratio I have said that. That means 70% I am supposed to keep as profits, and 30% I am supposed to save for the future requirement. And opposite manner, 30-70. That means 30% I am giving for profits, and 70% I am safeguarding for the future. So in this manner, the profit or the money, whatever I have pulled up over, according to my decision, what the salary has to be given over, what the increment that I have to give over, where the branches has to be settled over, what quality of the raw materials that I have to purchase over, the complete decisions will be in my hand itself. So the materials also the same thing. So what kind of materials that I'm supposed to use, first hand, second hand, third hand, or quality A, quality B, quality C, in that manner I can. If I'm supposed to use the low quality product, the same result will be happen. You know that there are so many chocolates, but definitely whenever that we are supposed to purchase over, immediately to our mind, the only one chocolate that it will be coming over is nothing but Cadbury Dairy Milk, right? So why? Because not only because of its advertisement, at the same time the quality, taste, and whatever the packing, money, each and everything. So if they are supposed to maintain poor quality, even though if they are supposed to give high advertisements, or we are supposed to purchase them, no. So regarding to the material content itself, that we are at the same time where this material has to be purchased, either imported or locally, all these are regarding to the internal decisions. And machinery, the same thing. So in this manner, the things which are supposed to be happen inside an organization, where the internal management can control these decisions, are supposed to called as internal factors or internal environment. Okay, ma'am? How many of you have understood this internal environment? Because this is a small thing, I don't want to go in deep, because the micro and macro part are very important thing for us. Wait. Right, ma. I have given permission. If anyone are having doubts, you can raise your doubts, ma. Thank you, Digvijay. Venkatabiram, do you want to ask anything?
No, sir, nothing, sir.
Okay. Shall I go further, ma?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. Are you able to see my screen, ma? Global marketing environment? Yes, thank you. Right. Micro environment. So external factors. So external factors are those factors which are supposed to be happen outside the company. So these factors are unable to control over. Just now I have said regarding to the time factors, or regarding to the place where that they are supposed to happen, the schedule things, at the same time the climatic conditions, and who I am supposed to select my dream players. All these things are not in my hands. So those are the things which are external side. So those things which are unable to control by the management are supposed to called as external environmental factors. This has been broadly classified into two things, micro as well as macro. Micro is nothing but small. The effect of these things will falling in small quantity on the decisions of the company made over, and macro very huge. So the literal meaning regarding to micro environment and macro environment is nothing but micro is nothing but small environmental factors. That means the influence, the level of intensity is very small, and the level of intensity whenever it is big, it is called as macro environment. So first of all, let us discuss regarding to micro environment. Later we will go to macro. First of all, regarding to suppliers. So initially, you know that what is the literal meaning of supplier. Supplier is nothing but these people that they are supposed to supply either it might be raw materials, main material, whatever. So whenever I'm supposed to speak regarding to the resources of a company, definitely I'm supposed to say not only the natural resources, but also men are also resources. Finance is also resources. So all these things that whoever that they are supposed to supply is called as suppliers, according to my point. That means whoever that they are supposed to supply the raw material for us, they are also called as suppliers. Whoever that they are supposed to supply money for us, they are also suppliers. At the same time, whoever that they're supposed to supply the human resource for an organization, they are also supposed to call as suppliers. Not only in this aspect, the opposite aspect, whoever that they're supposed to supply the company products to the customers, they're also supposed to call as suppliers. So these suppliers also play a very key role regarding to the decisions that we are supposed to take over. Simple thing, the next season that we are supposed to be having winter season. So according to the movement of the suppliers that we have to take the decision. If the raw material is really easily available, that means you are having a very good supply chain through these suppliers, then definitely I can think over production of huge production in the upcoming season. At the same time, if these suppliers, they are having a very good relation, they are supposed to maintain the stock levels whenever the customer is supposed to ask over in the market, then also the movement of my goods will be very easy and very reachable to the customers. So in this manner, these suppliers will be playing a vital role regarding to the decisions where I'm supposed to take in the organization. Next comes regarding to the marketing intermediaries. Of course, supplier is also a marketing intermediary, but his play is very crucial than the other people. So here marketing intermediary is nothing but mediator. So a ladder who is acting between producer and customer. So here the marketing intermediary, it has been once again divided into three things. Physical distribution. So physical distribution, you know that the goods are supposed to be produced at one place and they are supposed to consume at another place. That is the major intention of global marketing. So in India, I'm supposed to produce over, and somewhere in US or UK or Japan, that the customer that he's supposed to consume my product. So the physical distribution is nothing but the movement of the goods from one place to another place. At the same time, whenever we are moving, so the storage capacity should be also needed. So the warehouses, this also plays a very key role. If warehouses are not available, then once again, I have to reduce my production capacity. So good example, warehouses is nothing but godowns in our particular language if we are supposed to speak over. So a very good company having a very good warehouses, they can really meet the requirement of the customers because already you are maintaining some stock for the future demand. If the warehouses are not there, then what will be happen? We are unable to predict the demand. Either the demand will be increasing or decreasing. So definitely a storage point has to be happen over. If these warehouses are not there, where that you are supposed to safeguard them? If the warehouses are not there, once again, there are so many things which are supposed to alter the products. It might be climatic conditions, or it might be regarding to the animals, pests, where our things are supposed to be rotten, bandicoots may be spoiling our products. So in this manner, the physical distribution is very key important, warehousing, transportation. And next comes regarding to marketing services. So marketing services, these are the agencies that offer research and development, advertising and consulting. So previously also I have said that what is the importance of this research and development. If you are not supposed to research, then definitely the development activities will be also not happening in your organization because continuously the research and development has to be happen over. And once again here, I want to ask the question one. Now, please try to unmute yourself and anyone can give the answer. First and foremost thing, when the marketing will be happen? At the time of production or before the time of production, after the production? Anyone can unmute yourself and you can ask ma. I have given the permission. When the marketing will be happen? At the time of production, before production or after production?
Before
Sir,
production.
after production.
After
Sir,
production.
after production.
After production. Right? Thank you, ma.
After production.
Thank you, ma. Thank you for your answer. All are wrong. Only one person who has said before production. Please try to understand the literal definition regarding to marketing. Ma. What I have said, see, either global marketing or marketing, the definition is same. Marketing is nothing but production of goods and services according to the customer satisfaction. Simple example, today I think each and everyone had your tiffins, your breakfast. So if you were, okay Manas, I will come to you. If your mother, she is supposed to prepare a dish which you doesn't like at all. Let us take upma, because generally the people, they will not liking upma that much. Of course, if anyone likes that one, please excuse me. Okay, she has prepared upma for you. You supposed to have plenty of it? No. Previously, in the Sunday itself, your mother has asked, tomorrow what kind of dish that I'm supposed to prepare over? And you have said, dosa ma, tomorrow Arjun sir is supposed to take global marketing, I have to sleep very well. In that manner, if you are supposed to say, then what will be happen? Even I am unable to see you. You are supposed to have dosa and you are supposed to listen my global marketing. It might be happen over because you love that kind of dish. So the marketing is also the same thing. So production of goods and services according to customer satisfaction. So we are supposed to trace out the customer satisfaction, what the likes and dislikes of the customer. Then only that we are supposed to produce over. If you are produce your products of your own, and if you are selling them in the market, if the customers are not supposed to purchase your product, then what will be happen? So in this manner, marketing will be happen. So now the research and development will be happen. So research is nothing but improvisation in your product, any new thing. So simply, if we are supposed to take, I am supposed to take in my childhood, there are very few products regarding to the dental care, particularly regarding to the paste and tooth powder. So at my childhood, we are supposed to use only tooth powder, Colgate tooth powder, or red tooth powder, only two brands. There are no such other brands. So while I have started growing, the same things have also started grown over. Now you are supposed to experience, there are different varieties of toothpaste and tooth powders. Someone that they're supposed to say Ayurvedic, someone that they're supposed to say content of salt, someone that they're supposed to say masala toothpaste, and variety. In future, we don't know, biryani toothpaste will be also coming over. Yes, flavors will be changing over, right? So the research part has to be gone upon. So in traditional manner that they are preparing, now machines have came over, advanced machines have been came over. When if these machines that we are supposed to utilize at the time of production, the output will be increasing over. So the research and development is very much important in any organization. At the same time, advertising as well as consulting. So I am not supposed to go once again deep regarding to advertising and consulting, because the upcoming classes you are supposed to deal just in few minutes that I will supposed to say. So advertisement, don't think that only a television advertisement or radio advertisement, pamphlet, so and so, so and so. So advertising is nothing but the company, it is supposed to bring the knowledge of its product or services, goods and services, to the knowledge of the customers. So company, it is supposed to bring to the knowledge of the customers of its products and consulting. So in this manner, the marketing service agencies also play a key role. And next comes the financial intermediaries. So already I have said that the flow of currency is very much important. What is the input and what is the output? Now we are speaking regarding the input. So financial intermediaries are those persons where they are supposed to supply money to our companies. The first and major thing is in what manner that we are supposed to pull the capital. First thing, shares, in the form of shares. So I think you are having the literal knowledge regarding to the shares. It might be equity shares, preference shares, debentures, right? So I don't want to go. So where you are supposed to ask money from the public in the form of shares. That is first thing. And second thing, your relatives, your friends, that is another thing. And next thing, financial intermediaries, that is nothing but banks. Here also we are having some particular banks, it might be some commercial banks, or for the sake of development of the companies, especially some banks have been happen like IDBI, ICICI, Industrial Development Bank of India. So Industrial Credit Investment Corporation of India. Like this, some banks have been particularly happen for the sake of development of companies. So these banks will be playing a very key role. Of course, you might be not knowing regarding to underwriting. Very few people who have done the CA, they will be knowing this underwriting. So underwriting is nothing but these banks will be acting as underwriters where they will be taking the risk. Ma, please, someone has muted, ma. Unmuted, please mute. Okay. Okay. So banks will be playing a key role in the form of underwriters also. That means they themselves, they will be taking the risk. So they will be taking the risk on behalf of the companies, and they will be selling the shares of the company for the common people. In this manner, the financial intermediaries, they will be also playing a key role. And once again, the insurance companies. So you know that the insurance, so we are supposed to secure for any loss, because business itself, it is a risk manner loss. We don't know how the loss will be happen. So in upcoming class regarding the macro environment, there I will be supposed to speaking how the loss can be happen, how the decisions will be going in wrong manner. So these insurance companies, what it will be happen, definitely they will be supposed to reduce the risk factors that the companies will be happening. And for some companies, definitely insurance has to be happen because we are trading abroad. So definitely we will be sending our material in some means of transportation. So once again here I am supposed to ask one question, ma. There are 4 means of transportation: airways, roadways, railways, seaways. Airways, roadways, railways, seaways. Among these 4, can you predict which is the very cheapest source of transportation? I have given permission. Anyone can say? 4 ways. Among these,
Waterways.
Railway.
okay, Jagan has said waterways and someone has said railways. Still 2 more options are there, 2 more persons can say anyone. Okay, no more options from any side. Okay, thank you, Jagan. The answer is waterways. So not railways, airways or roadways, these are all very costlier. Only the waterways is very cheaper. So whenever that you are supposed to trade your goods and services through the waterways, definitely marine insurance has to be happen over. Because we don't know, we can't predict the climatic conditions of a sea. You might be not aware regarding to the climatic conditions of SEMA. In sea, definitely 365 days, in some places, rain will be happening. At the same time, you are all aware regarding to the Titanic movie. So how the icebergs that they will be obstructing. At the same time, pirates, you know, Pirates of Caribbean. So in that manner, anything might be happen. Sometimes the ships are supposed to stay in the sea because of the different climatic conditions. At that time, our goods might be getting damaged. So once again, your business law, sir, he is supposed to deal some classes regarding to this insurance. So these insurance companies will be also very playing a very vital role regarding to the decision making. So in this manner, these marketing intermediaries that they will be playing a very key role in the company's decision. So 2 points have been completed, ma, and I am left over with less than 6 minutes. If you are having any doubts regarding to these 2 points, you can raise your voice, ma. Have you understood, ma? Thank you, Anurag.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Surya Babu. Okay. So I will try to continue with the next point, ma. Customers. Bhaskar, please mute yourself, ma. Bhaskar. Right, ma. Next comes regarding to the customers. Okay, once again, there are 2 different meanings regarding to the customer and consumer. So customer is the person who is supposed to purchase the goods is called as customer. And consumer is nothing but the person who consumes the good. Good 2 examples I'm supposed to give so that you are supposed to able to remember. You are purchasing Farex or Cerelac. I don't think that you are now supposed to, you are not that baby or that age to consume Farex or Cerelac. at your home, either you might be having kids, or your brothers and sisters that they might be having kids. So you are supposed to purchase Farex or Cerelac. So do you think you are a consumer? No, you are a customer, because you are just purchasing the product. And now the baby at your home, the infant at your home, he or she is supposed to consume that Farex or any other food product. Then she is supposed to called as consumer. So in this manner, customer and customer has been classified. So once again, in global marketing, we are having so many different kinds of customers. First and foremost thing is consumer market. So in consumer market, we will be having those customers that they are supposed to purchase of their own purpose. Very good example, we. Not movie Vima. I am speaking regarding to WE. That means all of us. That means you and me, that we are supposed to purchase the goods where it will be used for the household purpose. So it might be vegetables, it might be groceries, it might be clothes, services, whatever. So we fall under the consumer market. Next comes regarding to business market. In this market, here the customers, they will be purchasing the goods for the sake of production of their own products. That means they will be transforming the intermediary goods from the producer to themselves only. Now the goods have still not yet passed to the consumer. Very good example, Karnool Agarbattis. I think each and everyone have seen this Karnool Agarbatti. Even if you have not seen, nothing goes wrong. So if you are supposed to travel on the Bangalore highway, you are supposed to see on the right side of your place or opposite to the carbide factory, Karnool Agarbatti. What it is supposed to do, I think each and everyone is having knowledge that in local papers, some companies will be saying that you yourself, you are supposed to produce these doop sticks or agarbattis, and we will be giving each and every material, and we will be supposed to purchase from you. So the Karnool Agarbatti, it is supposed to do such a thing. Locally, it will be producing agarbattis, and it will be not reselling. What it will be doing? The product, after producing these agarbattis, it will be selling to big companies. Let me take like ITC. You know that ITC is supposed to produce cycle brand agarbatti, Mangaldeep agarbatti. So this Karnool agarbattis, now it is supposed to sell the product to ITC. Their ITC, what it will be doing, it will be adding some fragrance to its products, and it will be giving some labeling, and it will be selling to own market. So here ITC, it will be falling under business market. So it will be purchasing the product for production of its own products and to resell in the market. Now comes regarding to resellers market. So resellers market is nothing but these people are intermediaries. We can take as wholesalers, retailers, agencies, a stockist, whatever the thing. So these people, they will be purchasing for the sake of profit motive. And next comes regarding to government market. Government market is nothing but purely it will be dealt by the government agencies itself. So these government agencies, for what purpose that they will be surviving in the market? For the sake of public services. Very good example, if you are supposed to go for APS RTC, there all the buses are not owned by the AP government. You can see on the side of on the corner of the bus, there will be some different owners. They will be lending the buses to the government, and government will be hiring them, and they are supposed to run over in APS RTC. So in this manner,